Evan here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to the upper Mississippi River Valley, and we've got green grass back here again. Now, we're still in the month of March here. I was planning on skipping over the month of March, Evan, because if you remember from last episode, which was also March, by the way, we had like, I don't know, a foot or two of snow on the ground. Didn't look like there was going to be much farming going on, but let's just say a lot can change in a couple of hours here. We're now, 11:30 here in the afternoon. The sun is out, the snow is gone, the grass is green. And, well, if you look at our planting schedule or planting calendar, I guess you call it. Yeah, crop calendar here. You can see we can plant some oats. So I figured we maybe start planting some oats here this episode. I'm not entirely sure what fields. Also, we got about $1.8 million we can work with here as well. So that begs the question, what kind of equipment or land do we want to look at getting? Speaking of land, Evan, I still would like to maybe invest into like field 42 here. Or, no, wait a minute, what? Okay. Interesting. I'm like, wait, I'm 42, and then if I go to here, that's 33. Okay, it's chunk of land 33, which has field 42 on it, apparently. But yes, wouldn't mind investing in that field. I mean, that looks like a nice one, or maybe field 35. Unfortunately, actually, we're not too far from that one. 35 is 1.9 million, huh? We're pretty well maxed out on the loan, he says, as he remembers he has some combines and stuff he can sell yet. Yeah, I don't know if we better buy that field just yet. I mean, we don't want to bankrupt ourselves here. I mean, loan-wise here, if I go check. Actually, speaking of loan-wise, I should probably just, like, pay it down, and then we can reborrow it when we need it. Yeah, we're pretty well maxed out here. Like, we can borrow another $25,000. That is about it. It's probably due to we bought another trailer. Actually, you know what? I don't remember. Did I ever mention that, Evan? We bought a second trailer for hauling bales here. So selling all the bales, I have two of these trailers here now. That worked out quite nicely. I mean, again, we made like $750,000 off just the bales, everyone. So I think it's worth saying we'll probably be doing that here again this coming year as well. Of course, we didn't plant any wheat, everyone, because, well, we had bales on all the fields. Yeah, we'll have to see once how that ends up, if we want to do that here again or not. Let's see once here. So, perfect. The Fendt does have the planter on it. Oh, let's take a quick look at our fields, Evan. Quick look at the fields. Actually, let's go back to the map here. Are there any fields like around here that we can buy yet? We don't have 43. I did mention maybe buying that field, Evan. Wow, really? $1 million just for that field? I don't know, Evan. Like, I can spend $1 million for this field, or I can spend $2.4 million for 33. And that 33 looks like it's a whole lot more of a field than this one does. I know I mentioned maybe putting like some alfalfa on that one. Like 321,000. That is not too bad. Maybe that field, yes. 43, I don't know. It's such an odd-shaped field. That's why we haven't obviously gotten that field. 71, though. Maybe, actually, what is the actual number on it? 50. Okay, field 50. If we buy field 50, that might not be too bad. We could get 46, too. Nothing particular wrong with that field. Just a little bit smaller. Still wouldn't mind like getting 42, or maybe even 41 over here isn't so bad either. That's not like too much further away. And that is a nice large field. We can yeah, we can do some planting on that one. Anyway, yeah, what if we do like 47, 48 notes, Evan? I think that'll be the plan. And then we can do 44, 45, 43. We'll split them up between soybeans and corn. I don't know how we'll split that yet, but we'll figure that out. Let's see, probably should get some seed here first. And I'll set this on oats here as well before I forget. That is not oats. That is oats. There we go. Running the Fendt 1042 here, by the way. Yes, I know, and you folks better just call the guys in the white suits and take me away. Driving the wrong color green tractor. I told you folks that human malware's bad. Yep. Get it one time and look what happens. Driving around in Fendt tractors. Well, maybe even if we can figure out how to rustle up, about another $1 million here, maybe we can look at getting field 42 yet. I'm not sure where we're going to get $1 million from. If anyone has any, actually, you know what? We do have soybeans yet. That is not going to get us $1 million. So that's going to be another 330. That's going to get us close, though. Man. That's going to be getting us close. And I just got to make sure I remember come July, we need to sell those. That price is slowly climbing up. And I think that is the only thing. Well, I guess we could sell slurry. I mean, it makes us, wow, $26,000. That is hardly worth it. Does that have a cover that open? Ah, Z. Okay, has a non-standard key for opening the cover. Do we not have any seeds in here? Maybe we don't. Let's go check the refill option here. See what we got. Seeds. Yeah, maybe let's go with 50,000 liters. And just because I don't like the price of them, let's go check here. What would 50,000 liters of seed actually cost us here? So 6,400 for 8,000. 8,000 liters will go into that. What, about 6 times? So that should cost us about 36. We'll call it $40,000. So we need to add, what, about 100,000 back? Actually, it was more than that, wasn't it? What was the... Let's see what's your seed cost here. Oh, it actually doesn't show up under that. What does this actually show up under then? Doesn't actually show up under anything. That's kind of suspicious. According to this, we spent no money on seed. Okay, well, let's just go back there and just type in a couple of random numbers. There we go. That should put us pretty close if I did the math correctly. Very well possible I didn't. Oh, well. That's what the game gets for cheating us out of that much money. Which I don't know about you folks, I still find that to be absolutely ridiculous, having that you buy in the bag or the tote here, you know, it costs $800. That's per 1,000, right? Yeah. It's like the, actually, we got to go to the pallets here. Because I know for the fertilizer, it's 2,000 liters. Kind of annoying, though, that you only can buy one of these at a time. Anyone else, like, one at a time? That is super annoying, but oh well. Liquid fertilizer from Corteva or Helm. Same thing for the herbicide as well. Not sure why Giants bother doing that, but whatever. Whoa, that was a weird... Oh, and I thought I could make that turn. Nope, not with this tractor. Not with this tractor. I gotta remember, this tractor has like the turning radius of a football field. The long way, of course, on the football, not the narrow way. Okay, we'll just start with our first field here. Like I said, I think we'll plant the 2 on this side of the road here in oats. That'll be a couple of good... Actually, maybe... Well, okay, real quick. I'm going to be planting my big field in oats, aren't I? Maybe I should plant the small field in oats. Nah, we'll stick with the big fields. Why not? You know, it goes back to the whole discussion, everyone. What crop makes the most money here in farming? That seems to be something that likes to, especially on the live streams, it comes up quite frequently. People like to ask, like, what crop makes the most money here? And right away, a lot of people like to go straight to the soybeans. Oh, soybeans make the most money. And per 1,000 liters, Evan, yes, you folks are probably right. Per 1,000 liters, soybeans probably are one of the better paying crops, if not the best. I'd have to go look and double check for sure, but it is definitely up there as far as your crops go, right? However, everyone, you got to remember, per 1,000 liter. And when it comes to soybeans, soybeans doesn't make a whole lot of thousands. Soybeans is a very low yielding crop. And yeah, if you go look at our field, everyone, we planted field 44, so I don't know if the game will tell me here. That is, how many acres? 8 hectares. This one's 9. These, I think, yeah, 14 and probably, oh, actually, really? Oh, I would have thought 38 here would have been larger. I guess field 40. Okay, yeah, I'm getting confused here because the numbers, this shows 44, but then the field is actually 48. 48 is actually bigger than 47, huh? Okay. Yeah, interesting to see, Evan. Like, okay, if you compare our cornfield, Evan, our cornfield here is half the size of our soybean field, and we made, I think, was it just under 200,000 from our corn? So to put that in perspective, and yeah, the soybeans is not your best paying crop. Or if I should like cultivate this first. Nah, why would I do that? Really spray burn down on it. Be a little more realistic, maybe. I might do that with the next field on just to be a little more realistic. Maybe we'll run the cultivator across it. That will help with the weeds a little bit as well. Also, I got to make sure I remember this planter does not fertilize, so we'll have to come back after this here and fertilize this field as well, either liquid or pellet, one of the two, right? See what we have in storage. Pretty sure I actually got a fair amount of liquid fertilizer in storage because I accidentally bought like I think it was like 50,000 liters or something like that last time. Kind of sort of accidental, didn't actually mean to do that, but oh well. We'll try to put it to use. The old John Deere CCS seed metering planter here. Oh, and speaking of this planter, by the way, I have gotten a few questions as to where I got this from. I don't actually remember one. If it's not on the official Farming Simulator mod hub, then I'm not sure. A lot of the mods, Evan, believe it or not, I have actually, you can get them right from the Farming Simulator mod hub. That's kind of why I really haven't done a mod list lately, Evan. Again, with the exception of a few mods, most of them just right from the Farming Sim mod. You can download them right from in the game, Evan. The mod hub actually has quite a few decent mods on it. And the nice thing about that one is usually they're safe. You download mods from some of the other third-party ones, you never know. You never know. Like, you're not going to see some of the suspicious trucks and, well, trucks, I guess, on there so much. Like, they are not going to meet Giant's quality standards, I guess you could say. Quality and performance standards, for that matter. So that's probably the one category of mods where that's probably why I don't have a whole lot either. Like a lot of the mods, I don't have a whole lot of truck mods. Because, yeah, a lot of the truck mods on Farming Simulator's mod site, there's not really a whole lot, I don't think. Just, again, for mod authors to do them properly, get the quality good and the performance good. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it happens with the trucks, right, everyone? Round and around the field we go. We'll do a couple headlands, at least one, probably two headlands. Maybe we'll see once here. Nice thing about this map, Evan, around most of the fields, maybe not quite all the fields, but there usually is a fairly large grass area with room for turning around in. So sometimes, one, maybe two headlands is usually enough to give you enough space to turn around a lot of times. Oh, and while we're going around the field, Evan, this reminds me of another question that we get asked every so often. Why, Evan, would you want to play a game like this? For those of you maybe watching who never played this game before, I don't know if you have anyone watching that has never played or seen this game before. Most likely, I'm going to guess most of you folks watching have probably either played the game or have at least seen the game before. You might be wondering, why in the world would you want to play a game like this? Well, for me, Evan, the answer is quite simple. This is one of those games you can just sit back, relax, and play. My prime example I always like to use, Evan, take like some of the first-person shooters, Battlefield, Call of Duty. Let's face it, Evan, you're usually not just sitting back and relaxing and playing those games. Those games a little bit more involved, right? A little more excitement going on here. Not so much with this game. This game, I don't know if I quite want to use the word boring, Evan, but you kind of get the picture, right? Compared to, say, a first-person shooter type game. Nice thing about the oats, Evan, we can, of course, sell the oats, and then we'll bale these fields, and we'll get more money from the bales as well. And when it comes to doing crops, again, I'm going to go into the discussion we had a little bit earlier, what crop makes the most money. When it comes to wheat, barley, and I'm assuming oats are in with that as well. I don't remember exactly how all these numbers work out of them, but wheat, barley, and oats all pay really well if you take the time to do the straw that goes with them. And if you've seen that, hopefully, when we sold this time around, we made, again, it was about $750,000 off all the bales off the various fields. And that was, of course, including the soybeans and the corn fodder as well. Yeah, if you're including the bales oven, oats, wheat, barley pay really well. Now, if I remember correctly, and again, don't quote me on these numbers, Evan, but if I remember, if you don't do the straw, then wheat, barley, and I presume oats probably too, are actually some of the lower. I don't remember if they're worse than soybeans or about the same level as soybeans. But again, as a reminder, soybeans are the worst paying crop in the game. So if you want to make the most money per acre, don't grow soybeans. In fact, you'll probably want to grow like your root crops or your olives or your, the crops that, shall we say, have fun harvesting, right? Or, of course, grow corn and do silage. That's another option as well. Which is something I was debating about doing on this map, Owen. I think we'll maybe, we'll see once. Maybe we'll save that for the next map. But I do want to do a good chopping map here at some point. Owen, go for the ditch there a little bit. Yeah, good thing we don't own the field. I don't have to worry about driving through it. I think we'll do one more headland pass up, and then we can set up our GPS line here and start going up and down the field. And while we're still going round and round yet, don't forget, Evan, to bring your mouse around to the subscribe button there and click on that old subscribe button. Always very much appreciated. And, of course, once you're subscribed as well, don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way you get notified the latest, greatest Upper Mississippi River Valley episode goes live. And along with that, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up as well if you like the video. Also very much appreciated. And don't forget to, Evan, if you'd like to catch some more RDAllen content, you can find myself over on Twitch. Again, that's RDAllen on Twitch. We usually stick with more of the multiplayer content over there, though we have been working on building the roller coaster over on the Silver Run Forest map as well. I think we're almost nearing completion on that. So for those of you who've been following over there on Twitch there with that series, I think we're almost done with the roller coaster. In fact, speaking of being almost done, I thought we were going to finish it up in last week's live stream, Evan, but alas, that did not happen. So, oh well. We'll see. Maybe this week we can finish it up. And then, of course, don't forget, too, we have the multiplayer series going on there as well. And, of course, we play some other games, too, like, Lawn Mowing Simulator. It's actually been a while since we played that game. Might have to check that one out again here sometime. But typically, at least as of late in the summertime, everyone, live streaming schedule has been, gotta remember here now, Tuesdays through Thursdays. So, usually try to live stream on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Aim for the 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, there's a lot of weeds in this field. Yeah, I might just run some cultivation across some of these other fields. Weeds seem like they're getting worse once you get towards the middle of the field. Not sure why that is. That's kind of weird because you can see, tracks here. Looks like maybe the headland because it looks like there's There's tracks here, or is it? No, here probably. So there's probably a set of tracks over there, a set of tracks here, and a set of tracks there. Then I don't know. I don't see. Oh, there's such a set of tracks there, but then they stop. Huh. Very weird. I don't know what's up with that, but some really wide tracks too from the looks of it. And I'm guessing it was from the combine, because if you look, it looks like it's going up and down the rows here. Then it didn't do it everywhere. Huh. No idea. One thing's definitely for sure, though. We're definitely going to want to get some herbicide on this field here. Otherwise, our weed pressure is going to be impressive, I bet. Actually, speaking of being an impressive one, usually with the precision farming mod, you usually don't see weeds over the entire field. Usually the weeds are like grouped together sporadically throughout the field. So to actually see an entire field covered in weeds, that's just, that's downright impressive. I didn't know that was even possible with the precision farming mod. Like I said, all the weeds I've ever seen, they're usually always spotty. And these are definitely spotty, but I believe that got more to do with the fact that they've been run over, from what I can tell. Crop destruction and what. And can you folks believe it? We are, was it episode 20? Oh, what episode are we at? 23, I think, right? I think this is episode 23, Evan. And believe it or not, I still have crop destruction turned on, Evan. I know, I wouldn't have believed it myself. Can you folks believe what this channel is becoming? I mean, I'm driving a Fendt tractor. I've got crop destruction turned on. And not only do I have crop destruction turned on, I've also got stones turned on as well. Which reminds me, we need to invest in a stone picker and get some of the stones picked up on, oh, was it 40? 43 there. I don't know if any of the other fields have stones. I have not seen any stones on this field yet, so I don't know, maybe we'll see some at some point. Maybe I just missed them, but actually, you know what? I guess we could do. I'm going to go check the map, right? That'd be the easiest way to tell. Where's the stones at? Yeah, it appears both of these fields are quite good. 47, 45, 44. It looks like all those fields are good. But then field 43. Not so good. Kind of weird. I don't know why that is, but 42 definitely has a lot of stones. Yeehaw. Wow, that's going to be fun. I think I need more fields like this. We don't have stones in them. No idea why that is. I'm very curious now why we don't have stones. Like, almost all of the other fields have stones. There's a couple of exceptions from the looks of it, but I don't know, man. Anyway, over to the comments section here. Christopher was saying, good video, keep it up. Hey, thank you very much for that. Always very much appreciated. And before we go any further, Evan, let's set up some GPS here. I'm going to have to look at the map, Evan. 0. We are doing 0 degrees. Okay. And auto with that. Home that on the tractor. Lock on, and away we go. There we go. Russell was saying, thanks for your how to restore a save game video. This saved me from losing 14 hours on a new farm design. Thank you very much for that. Oh, I know we keep talking about this feature, Evan, but it still amazes me how many people do not know about this feature here in Farming Simulator. And that feature, of course, is the fact that Farming Simulator automatically creates save game backups. Yes, Evan, you heard me right. It automatically creates them. However, what Giants doesn't do, unless I'm missing something, I mean, Giants does not advertise this feature at all. So unless you've poked around in the game files, you'll probably never even know this feature exists. And again, of course, that feature is the fact that you can restore save games. So say something happens, doesn't save properly, you can't load the game, or usually what usually happens, sure, something like that. What usually happens, everyone, is the save game just disappears. Like, you go to your save games, everyone, and you go to load that save game up, and it's empty or blank, right? At least that's my experience. I mean, that's usually what happens. Or the other favorite one, of course, is due to maybe a bad mod or something like that. Something got screwed up. Then the save game just simply won't load. It'll get to like, just pick a number here. It'll get to like 56% and it won't load any further. That's where the save game backups definitely can come in handy, especially if your save game got corrupted to the point where it doesn't show up. And again, that's probably usually my experience somewhere. It usually just doesn't even show up, like it's an empty save game. So in that case, you can go to the save game backups, Evan, pull the most recent, and see if it works. Now, sometimes due to mod issues, Evan, sometimes maybe the first one doesn't work. Maybe you'll have to go back a couple of save games. And that's another really nice feature. Like, Giants didn't just create one save game, Evan. They've got... I've never even kept track of how many's actually in there, Evan. Like, Giants keeps multiple backups of the save game. They're, of course, all further and further back date-wise. But again, with that being said, there is multiples. Can't quite turn around with this tractor, can we? Oh, and we missed a little bit there. Well, bummer. Must be the point I turned the GPS on, maybe? Oh, well, I'll have to go back and see if we can plant that little strip here yet. Don't quite want to leave that much behind if we can help it. That'll be just a spot for the weeds to come up anyway. Amazing how this planter transforms this field, isn't it, everyone? I don't know about you folks. Usually whenever you see a planter like this planting, there's usually not much change in the field. Like if you have a weedy, with residue left, you have the wheat stubble with the stubble left. Yeah, you can run the planter across. It might be kind of hard to tell where you have and haven't planted, right? Because the weeds will still be there and the stubble will still be there. Now, of course, usually the farmers are probably going to take care of the weeds first. Like they're going to probably spray some sort of burn down or something on them. So maybe they're not dead at the time of planting, but they're on their way to being dead, right? Yeah, if I do like a skip every other one, that seems to work out pretty good here for this tractor. If I try to just turn right back on myself, yeah, well, as you've seen on the other end of it, kind of hard to make that work. Like, you almost need to just do a skip lane. Anyway, on the notes of skip lanes, I think it's time for RDAllen to skip town here because it is time to wrap this video up. So, with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And until next time, everyone.